Hi guys, my name is Savannah and welcome to this little makeup challenge that I've created for myself. I was trying to think of a good way to shop my stash and rediscover some old favorites, maybe get rid of some stuff. I have a lot of makeup, eyeshadow palettes in particular, so I went through all of them and counted, and I have 63 eyeshadow palettes. Yikes. And I made a challenge for myself. So I'm calling it the palette cleanse. So I decided to create about 3 rules for myself. One is that I'm going to use a different palette every week. That's the whole goal, that's the whole point. Number 2 is that I'm going to use a random number generator to pick the palette for me. So I made a whole list of all of my palettes, and I'm just gonna leave it up to random chance to see which one I pull for the week. Number 3 is that I'm going to try to avoid using any other single powder eyeshadows in the looks with my palettes. I'm not going to be doing makeup every day. I feel like that's really unrealistic for myself personally. So I want to do at least 2 per palette per week. So one of those looks is just going to be strictly from the palette, no added extras. The others, I am allowing myself to use things like liquid eyeshadows, glitters, eyeliners, something to kind of enhance the palette, to see if I can get a little bit more use out of it. A lot of these palettes are going to be older. I'm definitely not saying use expired makeup. I do feel like you have a little bit of room with powder shadows as long as they do not smell bad or are moldy or anything like that. So I'm really excited to try this with you guys. I decided to video it because I felt like my Instagram captions were getting really long-winded and I couldn't really articulate all of my thoughts in a caption. So I decided to just say, let's try a YouTube video and see how it goes. So as you guys can see, I already have my makeup done, and the reason behind that is that I filmed all of this with my iPhone in portrait mode, which is just not gonna work, and I know that that would really bother some people, so I'm reshooting it. This is the finished look. Spoiler alert. So the palette this week, it chose number 53, which was a Tarte palette. This was, from what I could find, was just called the Tarte Amazonian Clay palette. Came in a set of 2 for a Christmas bundle, so you will see the other half of this in a later challenge whenever it comes up. So can we just talk about how makeup companies used to do this right here? These are the shade names on a piece of plastic that don't stick in the palette. Can we just not? I'm so glad we don't do this anymore, okay? Like I said, there's 2 of these. They are obviously very neutral palettes, which is kind of expected from Tarte. No tea, no shade. It's very neutral. This one does have a couple of purple shades. They lean a little bit purple. The other one is a little bit different. This is from 2014, so she is a little bit older, so obviously this is discontinued. This is not something that you can find anymore, which is probably for the best. You've got a 16 pan palette here. They are big, the shadows are big, but they are pretty shallow, so I have no idea what I paid for this, so I couldn't even tell you if it was worth it to me or not. Out of the 16, you have 11 shimmers that you can see there and 4 mattes. Are not super pigmented. Again, spoiler alert. I do like them. I've actually really been enjoying myself with this palette. Obviously, this is the finished look for today that I have on, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the other looks that I've done here. The first one was strictly with this palette. This was a day that we were going to do some family stuff, so this kind of like smoky gray and gold situation, that's a very like comfort zone type of look for me. So to be able to achieve that, achieve it very quickly, it was very soft, very easy to work with. I did like that. Here I wore to work, and again I kept it very simple. All these shades are very similar, so don't be surprised that the looks are similar. I decided again to go with the kind of darker browns that turned gray with a little bit of gold, and then I took a glitter liner, a gold glitter liner, which is also from Tarte, so they played well together. I just popped that on my lid, on my lash line for just a little something something. Okay, so I'm back, complexion touched up, eyelids wiped off, re-primed, all that good stuff, and I brought a guest right there. Something that I always do personally is I do like those type of skin tone shades to go ahead and put them in my crease. I feel like it just helps me get a nice blend, especially if I am using something that's a little bit darker. So I am taking that light cream colored shade, and it is called Tarte. What the heck, man? It is called Breakfast in Bed, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that in my crease all the way up to my brow bone. Like I said, I just feel like that is gonna help me get a nicer blend when I go into my crease colors. Okay, I think I fixed the sun. Okay, so next I'm just gonna take a blending brush and then I'm gonna go into this taupe shade that I said would make a really nice crease color, and it is called Mud Mask. Can you not? And I am taking that pretty far up and a little bit out because I have hooded eyes. So yeah, there's not a lot to that one, but just again, help me get a little bit of a crease build up here. So the next color that I'm gonna go into is one of those darker matte brown shades. This one is Hot Stone Massage. I'm just keeping my same blending brush. I do that a lot. So again, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that into my crease. This time I am gonna concentrate it a little bit closer to the crease and a little bit more towards the outer corner of my eye, but still blending up and blending into those other two shades. If you guys could hear the licking sounds that she is making right now. Ignoring me, just absolutely ignoring me. I don't know, they almost look gray. Like these matte browns really look gray, which is not a problem. I love the color that they come out. This one in particular has a lot of kick up and a lot of fallout, so I'm gonna fix that really quick. Okay, solid. So for the next step, I'm going to take that even darker matte brown. This one is called Chocolate Kisses. And again, I'm going to keep that one more towards the crease area and the outer third of my eye here. I'm going to take that really cream colored shade again and just clean up around here just to make sure I've got a nice soft blend around each side of my eye here. Lastly, with the matte shades, I'm gonna take this really light pink shade, which is called French Manicure. And I'm gonna go right under my brow bone because this one is really light and really powdery, and I do think that it will make a nice brow bone highlight. So let's do it. Okay, before I finish off with the matte shades completely, I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that Chocolate Kisses, which is the darkest brown, and put it on the outer third of my eye. Not even third, just like the outer corner right here. I just feel like that for my lid shape works. So yeah, to me, I just like how that kind of rounds out my eyes a little bit. I'm going to take just a touch more and do the lower lid, just the outer third. I can't get away with a lot of smoke under my lash line, even though I would like to. So because all of my looks with this palette so far have been really similar just because of the nature of these shades, the lid shade is going to be a little bit different. It's really the star of the show. I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Chromium Liquid eyeshadows. These are beautiful. They're new. They have like a little like duo chrome, trio chrome, shift, flip, whatever. They're beautiful. So I do want to lay a base down because they work really well with a base under them, and you can kind of adjust what color they shift based on what base you put under it. So I'm going to use the shade Golden Locket in this palette. It's a little bit of like a taupey metallic gold. I'm going to take a little bit of Fenty setting spray and spray my brush. I've used these with dry brush, wet brush, and my finger, and I do feel like for the texture of these, they work really well wet. I'm taking the Natasha Denona Chromium Liquid Shadow in the shade Infra Nude. So like I said, these are beautiful. I'm just gonna take it straight from the tube. It's got a little doe foot applicator and goes straight on my lid. These liquid shadows, honestly, they're absolutely beautiful. I feel like this is a little bit lighter than the look I had on, but you know, same general steps, same general idea. I'm going with black eyeliner and just tight line my eyes. I'm using the Marc Jacobs. And I've decided to not do like a liquid liner or lashes just because, one, I'm not going anywhere. I haven't been anywhere all day. And two, this shadow is just really pretty on its own. And I think I just want it to stand out. My last step eye-wise is just going to be some mascara, since I'm not going to do lashes or anything like that. And I'm going to use the Benefit Bad Gal Bang one. Is the final look. That was all it takes. Like, it's super simple. Hopefully it looks the same as the other one, if not similar. Just out here struggling, trying to figure things out. I'm new at this, so we'll get there. So final thoughts about this. I'm still gonna use it for a couple more days since it's only Wednesday right now. I have been enjoying using it. I think it's a really nice palette for a neutral palette. I'm sure that there are others I'm going to come across soon that I do like better, but I could see the appeal in this. I haven't used a Tarte shadow in who even knows when, so it'll be interesting to compare this formula to what maybe their newer formula is, because this is probably, I would say, one, if not the oldest Tarte palette I have. Will I keep using this after the challenge? I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably going to come across something that I do like better, and while I think it's a cute palette and maybe something easy to throw on, it's just like fine. So I've got a couple more looks to pull out with this. I will post them all together. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this. Hopefully you enjoy it and continue to watch. Hopefully what will be 63 videos. I'm really trying to not buy any new palettes while I'm doing this. That kind of seems counterproductive, but you know, 63 weeks is a long time, so there may just be something that comes out that I'll have to throw into rotation, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm excited to see what the generator picks for next week. Hopefully we get some more fun palettes and I can really show you guys something different, not as neutral, something a little bit more fun. I think this is really going to help me kind of branch out into my creativity, so I'm really excited to bring you guys with me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. If you decide to try this for yourself, tag me. I would love to see it. Video 1 of palette cleanse down. And I hope you guys love it because I love you. Okay, bye.